he had a plus 13 on that game. So that means when
it's not amazing.
It's not. It's very good though. That's still good.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, you see the Halliburton hate? He's just like, that's not amazing. Like,
Because everybody
it's
just
good.
like they just give this kid so much because he hit a couple of clutch shots in one play.
A couple.
Run.
He hit 4 for 4.
Sure,
I mean, he deserves the credit. He deserves the credit he's getting.
I'm not giving him credit for them doing what they need to do to win games, but I'm not giving him more credit of this kid is. These freaking next superstar. Like the kid is.
I mean, we said that he's not a superstar.
He could be the next one though. I mean, that's not far.
If he wins, and
if you're out here winning,
wins this championship, gets the Finals MVP.
He didn't even get the Eastern Conference Final, and he
you
thought he
did. That's what I'm saying. If he does and gets it, is he then not a superstar?
Pascal Siakam's gonna get it.
All right. Well, the games ain't even be played yet. I'm just saying.
Is Jaylen Brown a superstar?
Yeah. Is Jaylen Brown? Yeah, Jaylen Brown's a superstar.
Superstar?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's not?
I mean, he's one.
Wait.
Behind Ant-Man, he's probably like the best
why
two-guard
is
in the
Jaylen
league.
Brown not a superstar?
I'm talking about Jaylen Brown from the
Celtics.
Yeah.
Yes, why is he not a superstar?
What makes him a superstar?
He's a Finals MVP. He has his own signature shoe.
So is Andre Iguodala a superstar then?
No, he's multiple All-Stars. He has a Finals MVP.
Is Andre Iguodala a superstar?
Andre Iguodala is not even in playing shape right now. Why are we bringing up Andre Iguodala?
In his career, was he considered a superstar?
No.
He won Finals MVP.
But he doesn't. He wasn't. He's not a perennial All-Star. He's not. There's other layers. Yeah, there's other layers to it. Not just because he's a Finals MVP. I'm just saying, Jaylen to me is indicative of the new stars that we have. It can't always be Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Steph Curry. We have to start donning the cap on some new people at some point.
I told you before last that you get 5, maybe superstars in the league.
You only get 5 at a time?
At one time.
So
because if again going back, I hate to keep beating a dead horse right now. If we give in so many people a superstar status, we have the most superstars in the NBA that we've ever had at any point in the NBA's existence.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
I don't think so.
Wow.
I mean, historically, the NBA hasn't had 19-year-olds like coming in right away and just taking over like that.
But even still, like
here's
label of superstar is not something you just shell out to 15
I get
players.
That. No,
in the league.
I think there's about 10 though. I mean, there's about 10.
All right. So off the top of my head, all right.
Mainly because the 5 from my era haven't retired.
Is Joel Embiid a superstar?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm knocking off names. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Luka.
Yeah.
Yes, we did this.
Okay. Joker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And we already got the 3 we know. LeBron.
Yes, because he's going to be Steph and
Durant.
KD.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's over 5 right there. That's 6.
Okay, 6.
but I'm just saying.
So even more so, the rest of these niggas ain't getting it.
Okay.
Like,
Jason Tatum's getting it.
Nope, he's not going to give it to him. I don't know what he's never broken down the criteria for me, clearly. He just says
Jason
he's not or he is. It's like a feeling
you,
thing.
Like I told you, the criteria is a set amount of things that we just throwing way too much in the mix right now as far as what makes them a superstar. Like, and again, the number one thing for me is appeal to the masses. Like,
and Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown is not appeling to the masses?
Jason Tatum a little bit closer to it, yeah.
What do you mean
but Jason Tatum get well soon, so I'm not going to kick him in while he's down. Like,
what do you mean by that? Like the eye test?
I said last episode, and again, sorry to beat a dead horse, but last episode, appealing to the masses means that when you travel on road games, people show up to see you.
Oh, okay.
Even if you ain't from their home team.
I got you. Okay.
Like Kobe, when he comes to the Garden, that game's going to sell out because Kobe is a superstar.
But there's people in the league that aren't, like, that's why I said what I said earlier about Tyrese. He's not a superstar, he's a super villain. Because people dislike him.
Well,
they don't like his style of play. They don't like his antics. They don't like him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So he that still doesn't mean he's not on a status that's higher than another player or somebody that's like like Sabonis. Like,
I'm not even talking about the appeal of the supervillain. People hate him. I'm like his game mixed with everything else in it don't scream superstar to me.
Now you talking that jazz.
I don't watch his ass light up the Sixers too many times.
Jazz, bro. Come on, man.
Nah, his game is like that.
I feel like you just hating because there's a little bit of
I'm not
bias.
even saying that he's not putting up numbers. Like, yes, he's putting up numbers, but this season that he just came off of, it didn't jump out the charts for him to be like, Like now, yes, when he's showing up in the biggest moments in the playoff, it's going to look like he's the only one playing still left on one of two teams. So, yeah, you're going to get all the attention right now. Like, throughout the regular season, was anybody saying this guy's a superstar? No.
I mean,
I don't care what people say. I mean, he is, though.
But what people say also matters to who gets labeled a superstar.
That's fair.
Not necessarily.
It does.
I kind of agree with you saying.
Not to my opinion. Like, I have my opinions based off the eye test. And
I mean, I just don't like to put like that level,
title on.
Like that title. It means you in a different stratosphere. And when you start giving everybody that title to me, then it becomes a little watered down because.
And that's why I think I acquiesce. I'm done trying to put that label on people. Even back in the best
era of basketball, which was second era best era in the 2000s when we had a bunch of stars in the league. How many of them was actually superstars? AI, superstar. Kobe, superstar. Shaq, superstar. T-Mac, superstar. Vince, superstar.
Okay.
Outside of that,
Tim
Duncan, yeah, for
but not even really a superstar. Tim Duncan was like the Joker of back then. Literally.
Yeah, he definitely was the Joker.
They're not the biggest personality.
No talking.
Kevin Garnett, superstar, 7 maybe.
All work.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you have people that were in the league that.
Who else at that time?
Yao Ming.
No.
Biggest in China?
Yes, just because of his cultural impact on that continent and them having per capita like the population and all that. Like,
superstar.
So in that, yes, I would give you out that. Special case though, because that's different. Like Jeremy Lin was a superstar at one point.
He was hot. He was just hot. It was a flash in the pan.
Right, but I'm saying Yao was that on a way bigger level, and that continent and that country just championed him. So I'll give Yao that.
Well, if you're talking about it from that, I'm talking about just statistically. I'm not talking about people that gravitate and follow them and stuff like that.
That to me matters with the superstar thing too.
I don't think it does. Like for me, I'm going based off of play. I don't really care how people think about like Jason Tatum's like, and I hate the fact that I have to fucking defend him in this. Because I don't really like him. Like, but it's
shout out to Jason. Jason's good, man.
But
good dude.
He's a very private person,
good
like
dude,
from what I understand. And Jaylen Brown is kind of the same way. So that's maybe why the appeal ain't there. Because like they just not like, and also too, Jason Tatum's like super cringy with a lot of him like just quoting other people, and Halliburton's kind of on that vibe too.
That matters. That's what
no,
I'm
it does matter, but like, that doesn't matter to me. If you talk about he's a superstar player,
is he balling or
a superstar
balling,
player is what I'm talking about. Like we talking stats, the bag, like. Like the resume that he's got now, like he's definitely a superstar. Nobody his age has a better resume.
Then Tyrese definitely is not a superstar because
his
resume does
that's why I said after he.
So you taking Luke? So you taking Luke over Jason Tatum right now?
Over JT right now? Well, I have to because get well soon.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I got to see what JT look like when he get back, right?
But
the Jason Tatum that you know,
like before,
am I taking Luke over that?
Yeah.
Numbers wise, that's a real.
If you're just stacking like accolades, like if you're stacking accolades, Luka was better out the gate, and he's been.
I'm not talking about accolades. I'm talking about the eye test, like everything.
I mean,
I'm taking Jason Tatum. I like Luka's game a lot,
it's
but
apples to oranges outside of the defensive end because that's a whole different thing with Luka. But it's apples to oranges with me when it's Luka and Jason Tatum.
They're very comparable. So
I just
Luka
know
averages 29.9 points, 8.8 rebounds, 7.5
right, but you don't got to question Tatum.
I'm not saying JT's not in consideration for that superstar.
9.2
like
rebounds, 3.9 assists.
Like JT is right on the cusp of that. I think right now it's like we got to see what it looks like. I would have said he was the closest thing because to me that whole Jason Tatum thing when everybody was arguing about Ant being the next face of the league, I said like why don't people talk more about Jason Tatum? So I believe Jason Tatum is like of that caliber of player, but he hurt right now, so I can't really keep him in that conversation because I want to.
I don't get why he don't get a lot of respect, and I don't know if it's because media don't talk, but he's one of the coldest players in the league for sure, easily, not even close.
He's good. He's a very good player. He's a very good player. I think I would have liked to see how he would have finished out this postseason, and I would have put him in a different conversation for me. Seeing him go down the way he did kind of changed things. I'm like, damn, well, now you got a whole different other chip on his shoulder. So we're going to see when he come back.
Yeah.
Is Kyrie a superstar, by the way, too?
Was, I think, at one point. Not right now.
Not anymore?
That whole COVID shit finished him.
Wow. I don't know if I can rock with you, man, because your takes is crazy to me.
How's my take crazy?
Because you're saying that Kyrie Irving is not a superstar.
Not right now, no.
Nah, that's wild work right there. It's like
he
Uncle Drew is a superstar, bro. Come on.
Right,
man.
but
that's not.
I
talking about someone that they
do.
didn't invite to the USA team because of political stances that though like all that shit matters to your superstar status.
I don't know.
So along with Drew's point, is he a superstar generational talent player? Yes, but niggas, you couldn't call Kyrie a superstar when he didn't get the vaccine. You could not. He would have chewed your head off.
It was a very weird time. That's
right, exactly.
A fluke, once in a lifetime event.
This stuff matters to people's careers and how they go. Like we saw how his career went from there. Like, come on.
How much is that weighted to the score though? To me, that's why it's like it seems like you're like putting so much weight on public opinion versus talent and skill level.
That matters with being a superstar, bro.
I guess, bro.
That matters with being a superstar. It does.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree.
Kobe wasn't a superstar for a little bit too with that whole case that he caught.
Come on, let's not even bring up the old. You know what I mean? RIP
in the eyes of the America, he was a whatever you want to call him at that point. God rest his soul. But Kobe went through the same thing. He had to earn back his superstar status. So as Kyrie, like, you know, is he good enough to? Yes. I'm a Kyrie fan. He's one of my favorite players to watch in the league.
Should speak louder than if your game speaks louder than
you talk all the time about how basketball is a business and all that. Like, it matters to being a superstar. You know, so when you start putting that label on people, it's like, yo, you got to also factor in like
their impact outside the game.
The impact, the business side of it, the accolades, the statistics, the track record of you versus the public opinion. Like, all that stuff matters to being a superstar, which is why LeBron is still a freaking superstar in the NBA, because you've never heard a bad word come out about him ever in his freaking career. Like, his resume is damn near spotless. Steph's resume is damn near spotless. They'll be superstars until they hang up basketball forever, because in public opinion, they're transcendent players who just never did anything wrong, and they get all the marketing and all the dollars behind anything that they want to do. So now, even as their play has dissipated later in their career, they're still superstars. Name players, especially in LeBron's case, who's been that good for this long to say that he has this much of a face of the league still in 23 years coming now? Like,
yeah, it's kind of crazy
because he's a superstar. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit matters when you factor in the person's career. You know,
I feel like if they have a ability to kind of like do a bionic body, he would probably like put himself into that. Like, you know what? I'll play a couple more years.
Cryogenically frozen or something like that.
Just wait to like, put his DNA, freeze it.
They say when he retire, all the steroid rumors are gonna start coming out.
Nah, you over there. You take hot take over there.
Ain't no hot take.
What's your hot take? Steroid rumors.
It's gaining traction online.
What traction? Where?
It's always been. Come on, man.
What you looking at? The shade room? What you looking at?
I ain't gonna give no sources here.
No sources.
Because it ain't credible front page news type shit. But they say when he retires, you're gonna start hearing all the.
Yo, clip this up, chat. Clip this up and make this into a thing so we can go get viral.
Revisit this in 5-6 years. Hopefully when he retires.